And another heads up, all of these games don't necessarily revolve.
Wow. That's a blue. What was that noise?
Revolve. Hello and welcome to another episode of Queer Peer Reviews, where we review queer media, good, bad, and ugly. I'm your host, Jamie. Today with me is my co-host, Bruce.
Hi everybody, here at Creepy Reviews, we review your favorites and not so favorite forms of media, comic books, TV shows, and video games.
And on today's episode, we have a list for you guys. We are letting you guys know our top 5 RPGs that contain queer romances and other forms of queer inclusion. Just a heads up, this is our top 5 list. Unfortunately, we haven't played every video game out there, unfortunately. So if there's a game that you think is missing from this list,
that should be on it. Yeah, comment below because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not all of these games revolve around queer themes and characters, but you do have the option to be queer in these games, and that's what we're kind of here for.
Number 5, Fallout 4. If you wanted to be gay in a nuclear apocalypse, this is the game for you.
So starting at number 5, we have Fallout 4. While this game doesn't necessarily have anything that's canonically queer as far as I know, you can make your character a woman or a man and romance a character or companion of the same gender.
I didn't know that in that game. But I was like, wait, I could have done that? But
yeah, I think Fallout 4 was the first game in the series to include romances. It's at number 5 because you don't necessarily, after you finally convince, your feelings for them, there isn't really much that happens after that besides when you go to sleep and
you wake up next
to you.
Yeah, not much after that, but I think it was still pretty fun. Fallout 4 was actually my first game I played with Fallout. The other ones I've only seen my dad play it because I was younger. But yeah, it was my first introduction to the game, and I thought it was pretty sweet. So
yeah, back in the day in Fallout games, you had to just make it up in your head. You're like, yeah, this is my girlfriend or boyfriend following me around, but there's nothing else to really
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I've played the game so many times. Great storyline. I'm such a big fan of post-apocalyptic scenes. So
that's as far as we can go when it comes to queer representation wise. But we also do want to bring up the fact that we have the TV show coming up in Prime. We don't know if there's going to be any queer themes possibly, but either way, I'm still excited just to see how the storyline. So
I've been such a big fan of Fallout since middle school, so even if the show's kind of crappy, I'm going to love it.
I just want to see a Deathclaw.
I just want to, yeah.
I want to see those Deathclaws.
Specifically Fable 2, Fable 3 is also inclusive, but Fable 2 is where it was all first introduced. When you would romance people or you would talk to people in the game, you could look at their stats and it would even say gay, straight, bisexual, and you could flirt with them, you can get married to them, you could have kids. In Fable 3, you could actually adopt children, so if you are a same-sex couple, you could still have children, because I don't think that was included in the second game. But if you love fantasy games, if you loved Baldur's Gate, you probably were a fan of this game too.
Alright, and at number 3, we have Cyberpunk 2077. Now, if everybody remembers the first time it was released, it was a bit of a clusterfuck, not gonna lie. It was a lot of glitches here and there, but if you had the right equipment, right console preparations, or PC, it was playable, and ultimately, despite all the flaws, it was a really good game, and I also had one of the best features was the romance options. Now, queer-wise, there were definitely some good queer romance options that you could do. The only issue was it was very limited, so depending on what gender you chose your character, it was either between male or female. So very limited in that also gender expression-wise too. But I will say though, it was still a very very fun game to play, and like I said, the romances, they go pretty far. You get special scenes on romances, very good side missions too. They just added a new update now where at your home base, you have your own apartment or something, your romance companion will be there to hang out with you. So it's pretty sweet.
And coming up at number 2, we have a game that's I would say very different from the others on this list. We have Stardew Valley. And if you're a gay person, you've definitely heard of Stardew Valley, whether you've played it or not. It's available on PC and Nintendo Switch. I don't know if it's available on any other console. But essentially, it's a farming simulator. You have this whole farm, you can get married, to literally, like, they have all these different bachelors in the game, and you have to, like, give them gifts. It's a really cute, wholesome game. Although I know a lot of people do get overwhelmed by this game because it doesn't exactly teach you how to play. You kind of have to figure it all out for yourself. But there's a lot of possibilities, customization. It's a really cute game, and overall, it's a really fun time.
Now at number 1 should be no surprise, Baldur's Gate 3.
Of course.
I mean, if you haven't seen the Baldur's Gate 3 review, it's in our channel. Please go check it out. It's a really nice video. But of course, this is number 1 because it's the most inclusive game ever.
Oh yeah. Unlike the other games that we mentioned, you're able to customize, like, not only your body type, but like you could associate being male with a more feminine body type. You can go by they, them pronouns. Just the customization is off the charts, and just the different storylines and how it was written is just incredible.
Yeah, the only disappointment is that you can't romance Bone Daddy himself, Withers. No.
Touch it, bring it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it. Touch it, bring it, babe. Watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it.
Damn. Modders, you know what to do. And not only that, there are canonically queer characters in this game, in terms of like important characters such as Dame Aelin and Isabel, and as well as background characters like random civilians throughout Baldur's Gate.
Alfira.
Oh yeah, and Alfira.
The Bard, yeah.
There's a lot of queer representation that was thought through and purposefully like put into this game as well.
And if you didn't know what Tiefling character was talking about, you probably did the Dirge run, you fucking sick monster.
You monster.
You fucking horrible. Anyways.
But yeah, for all of you gamers out there, this one's for you. RPG games, I'm such a big fan of them, and these are just some of the handful of ones that include queer representation. Again, we haven't played every game out there.
So please do not hate comments down there. We will delete them.
Instead of hate commenting, just comment below what your favorite RPG is, whether it has queer representation or not.
Suggest to us, please.
What games should we play?
And donate to us so we can buy the games that you recommend us.
Yes, please. Ko-Fi.
Yeah,
Ko-Fi's in our bio.
We got,
Lots of links to our social media pages as well. Let us know what you want us to review next, or if there's any other lists you'd like us to, create.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.